What is up, everyone? I'm laughing because my husband and my toddler, there's just a lot of stuff going on right now here, and he was walking around whistling. I'm like, hey, I'm about to start filming. He's like, okay. I'm like, please stop whistling. So if you hear some lovely whistling, it's just my husband. Anyway, wow. So what's up? Hi. You ever have a day where your eyes just feel drier than normal? Because that's where I'm at right now. But today we're gonna just chat. I hope you got some coffee or tea or whatever. And let's just chat about new makeup that's being released. I have some thoughts on some really, what I think are interesting launches, both good and bad. We're gonna get into it. And I wanna hear your thoughts too. So as you're watching this, if you have any thoughts on the things we're mentioning and chatting about, please let me know in a comment because I love reading through those. It's just fun to hear you guys' thoughts. So cheers, let's dive in. So I did wanna take a quick second to thank today's video sponsor, which is Casetify. It's the thing I get asked about more than anything. It's my phone cases. Anytime I'm like on Instagram doing like a mirror selfie or whatever, or sometimes when I'm vlogging, you'll see it. And I get so many questions. You don't even pay attention to what I'm saying when I'm vlogging because you're just looking at my phone case and commenting, where's your phone case from? So all of my cases lately have been from Casetify and they're my favorite. I have quite a few here. I just recently switched to this one, which I think is so freaking beautiful. But not only are they super cute, but they're also compatible with 5G. They're compatible with wireless charging, which we've been doing wireless charging for our phones for quite a while now, and I feel like it's becoming a lot more common, but not all cases are compatible with that, so it's nice that these are. Plus, their cases are made with 65% recycled and plant-based materials, which I think is so cool. And if you're like me, and you drop your phone multiple times every single day without fail, no matter what you do, and on many surfaces, then you will love these cases. We just recently upgraded to the iPhone 13 and I trust these so much. Their Chi-Tech 2.0 technology is drop test approved up to 9.8 feet, seriously. So I'm showing you a drop test right now. I trust these cases so much. I've never had any issues with screens cracking, the phone breaking, anything like that. So when you're spending this much money on a phone, and all of our phones are expensive, we can all agree there. All of our phones are expensive and you need to be protecting it from dropping your phone, which is just a part of life. So I really, really love these for that reason too. Plus they have so many different case designs and patterns and colors. You might be into a certain hobby, you'll be able to find it. Sometimes they have Disney ones. Like, they have so many different types of cases and they're all so cute. It's hard to narrow down, but you can also customize them with your name. Maybe you want to customize it with your monogram. There's so many different ways to customize it, which is really cute too. So I want to show you the cases I currently have with this new iPhone. So the one I'm using right now is this really pretty floral one in this cream color. And this one actually has MagSafe capabilities to it. We recently learned what MagSafe was, and it's basically like wireless charging and stuff like that. But also it's just a really strong magnet kind of built into the phone, and you need a MagSafe capable case to work with it unless you're just going caseless, which is absolutely terrifying to me. The idea of that is terrifying. But I realized that pretty quickly. So this one is MagSafe. I wanted to mention that distinction because I did not know what that was. But like Tyler, he's got a wallet that's MagSafe that'll like stick to it. It's incredible. If you start going down the MagSafe rabbit hole, you will be amazed. But anyway, the other cases that I have that I love, I have this light pink one that I did customize with my name, well, one of my nicknames, Jessie. And I just think this one is so pretty and I love this blush pink. And I like having some with patterns and some a little more plain, just depending on what I'm vibing with that month. But I also have this plaid one you guys saw me using all throughout Vlogmas. And I just feel like it's such a cute wintry case. You know what I mean? It makes me think of like Burberry. Then I have this really cute like holographic-esque case. Again, this one I customized, and instead of putting like my name or monogram, I put the word grateful. That's something I'm kind of working on this year, and so I figured that would be great. Hey, if you have like a word of the year for 2022, that might be a great place to put your word of the year so you see it all the time on your phone case. And then I loved this floral pattern so much, I actually have it in the light purple as well. So another awesome thing about Casetify cases is that they are 100% non-toxic and non-hazardous. I think that's so cool. They have compostable cases if you're into that, but they also have an antimicrobial coating that kills 99% of bacteria, so it keeps your case germ-free, which I think is really freaking cool. So if you want to check out Casetify cases for yourself and just scroll around, you can get 15% off your order by going to casetify.com/Jessica Braun. I will have that there on the screen, and of course I will have it right at the top of the description box so that you can click it if you want to check it out. I think you will be astounded by how many options there are, and you will find it very hard to narrow it down. I can tell you that from experience, because there are so many cute ones. I have like 20 that I've just saved for maybe a future, because there's so many I think are so cute. So thank you again, Casetify, for supporting my channel and sponsoring this portion of the video. Alrighty, let us dive in to our little anti-haul wish list, new makeup chat, whatever you want to call this. Let's just start with the one that I am like weirdly excited about. And I need to add it to my cart right away because I don't know that this would sell out, but I already have like 5 things in my Target cart. Okay, so I just need to add this and then I can check out. Okay, this is the number 7 Restore and Renew Serum Foundation. Now, I've had pretty good luck with number 7 products in general, but especially their foundations. I will say I do think they need to work more on their shade range. I know they've improved it a bit, but I do think they still have a ways to go. But I do want to try this because I've already had a lot of you guys asking about it. I wonder, like, there are older foundations from number 7 that I don't think they sell anymore, that I always wonder, like, have they just like taken it and renamed it and put it into this? I don't actually know. I have no idea. But this one is $15.99, which is pretty on par with what number 7 I feel like typically charges, because their stuff is usually a little bit more expensive than, like, let's say Maybelline, but not exorbitantly more. It's kind of in that middle area. So it says it has vitamin C in it, recommended for normal skin, recommended for mature skin. And that is one thing I feel like I've noticed about number 7. A lot of the products I've tried seem to play really well with like fine lines and things like that. So I've always wondered, like, if you really had mature skin, how you feel about certain number 7 products. So really like that. If you are, I'm gonna say this now because there are quite a few things. I was on Target's site looking in their new makeup because I struggle to find, unless I go to every single drugstore brand separate site, it's hard to find just new drugstore launches, because if you do it on Ulta, there are so many other brands that are just like clouding it. It's hard to like cut through to like the classic drugstore brands and see what's new. So Target, I actually found a lot on there, and then we'll get into Ulta and Sephora. But if you're gonna place a Target order, I say this all the time, please add the 2-pack of Aquaphor to your cart. It's like $3. It's hard to find in store anywhere. And I use it on my daughter. I use it on me. My husband uses it from time to time on his lips. We use it on like her face if she gets chapping. I was using it on my hands because I had some like really dry redness just from winter weather. Again, I reiterate, it's not the Aquaphor lip treatment. That stuff is different. It's just regular Aquaphor, but it's in smaller tubes, and they're perfect and they're amazing. And anyway, okay. So that is one that's definitely on my wish list. I'll honestly probably buy it before the day is through. The color I'll probably get is Calico. I remember that working for me, I think, pretty well in the past, so that's probably the one I'll go with. Oh, and it has SPF of 30 as well. Yeah, I'm still not finding much information. It says it's buildable coverage. It also has vitamin A and E and C. Like I said, it's paraben-free, no fragrance added, phthalate-free. So this one caught my eye. It's from Makeup Revolution and Disney. And it's funny because I get a lot of questions from you guys about anytime a makeup brand does a Disney launch. Disney works with literally every brand. I like, in my head, brands ask Disney and Disney always says yes. Like, they don't vet them. They don't, not that these are like, I like this brand, but it's just funny. I just feel like they work with everyone. They're not choosy at all. So I can't possibly keep up with all those kinds of launches, and I don't really want to because there's too many. There's too many people that work with Disney. But this one is really cute. It's the Disney Storybook palette, and this is the Belle one. So that makes me think they must have, yeah, they do. They have other princesses as well. Oh, and they have other stuff. So they have like powders, lip glosses. So it's like legitimately a whole line. But this one just looks so cute. Will I actually buy it? It's like $20. I don't think I'll actually buy it. But if you know a Disney lover in your life that would like this, it's got a whole like face palette side of it that's got really pretty, it looks like highlights, powders, blush, a bronzer. And then quite a range of eyeshadow colors in this one. And you can look around at the other princess ones. This is just the one, I love Belle. And honestly, even just looking at the face products themselves, those would be like the colors I would use. So figured I'd mention it. The actual palette itself looks like a little storybook, and that is real cute. That is real cute, but I think I'm gonna not buy it, but I wanted to mention it because it is so freaking adorable. All right, I have not heard anything about this new mascara from Maybelline. It's the Colossal Curl Bounce Mascara. It's a lot of words. Honestly, I just love trying mascara. I'm pretty rarely super disappointed. Every once in a while I'll try some stinkers. But I feel like generally a lot of mascaras, especially at the drugstore, are just really good. So I'm always excited to try new launches just for fun. So this is one, it's not super high on my list just because I don't always love like a curved wand, and this one has that. And also looking at the close-up of the model wearing it, I just don't love the way it looks. I feel like it kind of makes the lashes look a little bit stubby. I do appreciate, however, that they're finally like actually showing what a mascara looks like on lashes without added stuff. That is appreciated. I'd rather see that because then I can really determine for myself as the buyer, you know, is that what I want my lashes to look like or not? Like, we all understand mascara has its limits. Like, we know it's not necessarily gonna look like actual falsies or lash extensions. And so it's nice to actually see what it looks like on real lashes. So this is one that's kind of on my maybe list. Like, if I saw it on a crazy sale, I might just buy it. Or if Maybelline was like buy one, get one half off and I was already buying something else from Maybelline, I might toss it in my cart. We'll see. $7.99 at Target, not bad. Speaking of mascara, e.l.f. has this Lash Beats Defining and Lengthening Mascara. This looks a lot like their Lash It Loud mascara, and I'm like, wait, did they just take that and give it a new name and kind of repackage it? Because it looks exactly the same. Like, exactly. It's got decent reviews. I mean, there's like 5 reviews, but it's got almost 5 stars. So that's one I probably will try. Ooh, that's reminding me. I still haven't tried the Voluminous Noir Balm or whatever mascara from L'Oreal I mentioned in my last anti-haul wish list. They have the Lash It Loud mascara right there, $6. So it's the same price. I would probably try it because I did end up loving the Lash It Loud mascara a lot, like a lot, would buy it again. So I'm kind of curious about this one. Like, is it better, worse? Is it the same? I don't know. I feel like that would be weird if they had just like relaunched it. Because Lash It Loud is still really new. So it's probably a different product, but definitely interested in trying it. So this is from Revlon. It's their oil absorbing volcanic roller. This has 693 reviews, 4 stars, which I think is pretty good and kind of surprising. So it looks like it is literally a roller ball. It's made from volcanic stone and it soaks up excess oil. It's reusable. You wash it with a gentle cleanser, then air dry. You gently roll it over shiny areas of your face, perfect to take on the go. Massage and mattifies as it's rolled across the face. Use it on a clean face or a finished with makeup face. Oh my gosh, okay, no, this is freaking cool. Unlike blotting papers that are single use and then thrown away, our oil absorbing roller is reusable and easy to wash. So it just says, you know, at the end of the night, rinse and allow it to air dry overnight. So like if you're using it every day in your purse, maybe take it out and give it a rinse. I don't have a big problem with oil control, but I know lots of us do. That sounds worth trying. If you are someone that you constantly are powdering or you're using blotting sheets and you haven't tried this, I would at least try it because if it does work for you, that's gonna save you a ton of money in the long run. It's less wasteful. That's just so cool to me. So I don't know if I would actually buy it or not just because I don't know that I would use it enough, but there's just a part of me that just wants to try it. So maybe I will. What a unique idea. And maybe I'm just way out of the loop because this kind of thing wouldn't be on my radar typically. And maybe lots of brands make this, but this is the first time hearing about it. And I think it's really cool. $10. It even looks kind of cool with like the sleek black packaging. I feel like Revlon very rarely comes out with like new exciting launches. So anytime they do, I'm like, yay, Revlon, you're still in the game. I'm kidding you guys. I know a lot of you guys love Revlon. You just got so mad. There are plenty of products I love from Revlon. I'm just messing with you, Revlon. I've got questions about this one. And this I don't even think is necessarily new. I was on Target's website and I was filtering it by new products. But sometimes they'll put new things on there, same with on Ulta, that aren't necessarily new, but they're new to Target. You know what I mean? Or new to Ulta. So anyway, this is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Liquid Liner. I just heard Taylor Wynn talking about in a recent video that she loves this, but that she'd heard like maybe they reformulated it recently. And so if you buy it nowadays, it might not be as good as it was. And I'm like, dang it, because I love a good liquid liner. I wear one almost every day that I'm wearing makeup and it's got pretty good reviews. So it's $5. I think I'll probably buy it and try it and just hope that it's still the same formula as the one Taylor loves. We shall see. But again, it's just got the claims that it's waterproof, long-lasting, 16-hour formula, has a precision tip. All of these are what I look for. Ultra pigmented color, glides on seamlessly. So I'll probably buy that one and I really hope it's awesome. This is from Revolution Pro and it's their Blur Stick, what does this remind you of? Definitely sounds exactly like the Milk Makeup blurring stick. This one's $15 though, so it's starting to get up into the Milk Up. I was gonna say, maybe this is a cheap dupe, but that's starting to get up towards the Milk Makeup price range anyway. So that's just kind of interesting. I really like the packaging of this. The like matte black label with the, I just think that's really, really pretty. I feel like generally Revolution's packaging I end up loving. I just think it's pretty. The reviews are kind of mixed. It's got 3 stars, 55 reviews. You can apply it before foundation or use it alone as an invisible foundation to create the illusion of even texture on bare skin. I do think these kinds of products, like the Milk one, I liked well enough. I just didn't use enough that eventually I decluttered it. But I do think they do blur a little bit. I do think there's something true to that claim. But I always laugh when someone's like, yeah, it's an invisible foundation. It makes your skin look less textured. I'm like, I mean, maybe a little bit, but I just feel like using the term foundation with that, I'm like, even putting it in quotes, I'm like, yeah, those quotes better be gigantic because that is not really gonna cover anything. Again, this is something, it might be fun to try this side by side with the Milk Makeup one to see if they're similar. I don't know that there's a big enough demand, and the fact that this price tag is like getting up there. Let me look up the Milk. Okay, JK, because the Milk Makeup one is $36. I was thinking it was more like 20 or 25, and I'm like, okay, one's 15 and one's like 20, but it being $36, that's actually more than I thought. Maybe that would be a good dupe to try out, especially if you've been wanting to try the Milk Makeup one. I would try the cheaper one, see if you'll even use that kind of product, and you might be satisfied with that one on its own and just, you know, be good. So moving into some Ulta stuff, and then we'll go into Sephora. One of the ones I just find a little interesting is this Essence Coffee to Glow Highlighter Beans. I know that this is probably not a great product. Okay? Because first of all, anytime it's like a loose thing like that, I think of like the Guerlain Meteorites. I used to own that long ago. I would love to try that again, but I'm like, I don't want to spend the money on it. Because I think it was kind of pretty, but it didn't do enough. It's so hard to control what you're actually getting on your face or on your brush that I'm like, especially at that price tag. Now at a lower price tag, like $5.99, it makes you kind of more apt to like, maybe I'll try it. So it is a highlighter, it says. Looking at the swatches, now I don't know how they even got this swatch because again, with loose products to get a swatch this like punchy would be nearly impossible. But it says it's a mix of 3 golden shades in a unique coffee bean shape, adds a beautiful glow to your face so you can look alive without the caffeine. What if I also have the caffeine and also use this? I'm gonna look very alive. The idea of it is cute. I'm curious if it smells like coffee. I don't know if I'll try it or not. Maybe I will. We'll see, because again, at $5.99, I'm like, let me read some of the reviews. I'm kind of curious. Okay, this person said doesn't show up. This one says the highlighter beans. The highlighter beans are very fragile. My container didn't come with a whole lot of beans. There's half the amount of what's shown in the pictures. When I tried to swatch the color, I rubbed my finger gently over the beans, but it felt so crumbly. Maybe it's just me and I don't know how to use highlighter beans, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's just the word beans. I'm not laughing at this person that wrote it. That makes perfect sense. I'm just laughing at the fact that they're being called highlighter beans. But that's what they are. So then this person, first Essence product, and I'm so impressed. Okay, cute packaging, however, extremely fragile, breaks easily, not travel friendly. So a lot of people have said not travel friendly. So I don't know. Now I'm not gonna be able to look at it without laughing about what it is, highlighter beans. Why is that so funny to me? I don't know, but I am tickled. I'm gonna be like thinking about this the rest of the day. So have you guys heard about this Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Cream? I had not until today. And it's $39. I think it's smart of Tarte. You know, I want to like make fun of them for this, but I'm like, no. Like if I own Tarte, this is totally what I would do. Obviously, Shape Tape did very well for them. So anytime they're launching a new product that could fit within, I feel like the Shape Tape family, they use Shape Tape in the name. I don't blame them there. So I'm trying to figure out, it says cloud coverage, SPF 15. So I'm assuming it's like lower coverage. It says 24-hour hydration, transfer proof, crease proof. Well, the funniest thing is if you wear a mask and you've got like something that claims to be transfer proof, you know? I'm always curious, like, I mean, I've never worn a makeup and lifted off my mask and not had makeup on the inside. You know what I mean? So it says it's light as air, medium, buildable coverage, bouncy, cloud-like texture, feels comfy and weightless. Natural matte finish, the tape technology, smooths and blurs imperfections. There it is. I have to say, it's saying it's hydrating, and it's saying it's kind of like a whipped texture and medium coverage, which I actually like whipped texture things, like for foundation. And I feel like a lot of times with dry skin, you'd think you'd kind of shy away from it. I think of the old school Maybelline Dream Mousse. Remember those? Ooh. And you just like on your skin and it just looked, you guys know what I mean. But this sounds like similar to the CoverGirl product I loved. It was like, do I have it here? I think I finally got rid of it in my foundation declutter a few weeks ago because it was just getting old. It was almost gone. Anyway, it sounds like it'd be similar to that, and I really liked that because it was kind of that whipped texture. So this is one I probably would try. I think my hardest thing would be finding the shade match. So I'd have to work on that, but that is one I probably will try and definitely like include it in like a trying new makeup video here in the next month for sure. Have you guys noticed that a lot of brands are kind of going that route of like embracing the medium coverage thing? Because I feel like we were all full coverage a few years ago. Then we were into like the skin tint lighter coverage, which I still think we're within that too. But I think a lot of brands are realizing a lot of people just want medium coverage. You do want some coverage, but that full caked on look, not all of us want all the time, like every day. I feel like medium is a good medium. How does this work? So this is the Makeup Revolution. Oh, they're out of stock. Interesting. Rehab Retinol Rescue Primer. So it helps minimize the appearance of pores, gives your skin TLC, perfect for smoothing the skin. Key ingredients are retinol and ceramide. So the thing about retinol is, and there's so many different forms of retinol, and it could be a really low amount. I just feel like a product like this, if you're wanting to start in retinol, don't do it within your makeup. I would say do actual retinol skincare. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like this is gonna be the new thing. You guys gotta tell me. If I don't have my like Makeup by Mario liner, every other liner goes down on my bottom waterline. It drives me nuts. You guys gotta tell me when that happens. I just feel like this is gonna be the new thing where makeup brands are including retinol in everything when that's, I mean, my understanding, I'm not a dermatologist, obviously, or an esthetician, but I just think retinol, if you're wanting to start it, makeup's not the place. I would start it within the skincare realm. There are a lot more retinols that are gentler to start with before you would like work your way up to like the stuff that's actually, you know, prescription grade, if you will. And I just don't know that makeup is where you want to start with that, you know? Anyway, that's all. I'm sure it's a really low level of retinol where it's not going to give you the dry red peeling or anything like that, but that's just my 2 cents. Maybe you guys have tried it and it's amazing. It's out of stock. I don't know if that's because that many people bought it right away or what, because it's only 12 bucks. So I've definitely had a lot more, like 7.5 months pregnant now. A lot more like Braxton Hicks. It really doesn't hurt. It just is uncomfortable for like a second. So this is a wish list, like total wish list. Like probably won't buy it. Probably won't, but maybe. I think Chanel just started being sold at Ulta. So I'm gonna mention like 2 Chanel products. I don't think that they're necessarily new products because they had like the whole Chanel line in the new arrivals. But they were the things that like caught my eye right off the bat. So this is the Chanel Rouge Cocoa Balm. The packaging is beautiful. The white and the gold. Like literally I saw that and I was like, what is this? But it is $42. I'm like, Jessica. But I love this kind of lip product where it's just like a lighter coverage. Like this would be the thing I just leave in my purse. Reminds me of that Gucci one I bought that I love that I will eventually run out of because I use all of the time. I'm looking at the shade Natural Charm. It looks like a kind of peachy nude. And again, like I'm willing to spend a little more if it's gonna be my everyday thing that I wear every day. I'm willing to spend more on it because I'm enjoying it all the time. You know what I mean? But we'll see. It looks like they have a clear one too. So the other Chanel product is the Chanel Le Beige Healthy Glow Foundation, Hydration, Long Wear. It's $60 though. But it's light to medium coverage. It's got some radiance, long wearing, silky texture. Like all of these are the words I want to hear. So I don't know if I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I feel like that's the theme of this video. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just like right in the middle. I think the problem is too, obviously I'm always going to be trying new makeup. That's what I do here. But because I'm also decluttering too and getting rid of a lot of just products I don't reach for, I'm in this weird limbo where because I'm getting rid of products that I don't reach for, I feel like I've got a little more room to like play with new makeup. But then there's also the part of me that's like, well, I don't want to buy things that I'm not gonna like, which duh, but also with what I do, like I need to try things. So anyway, that one is kind of like, if I'm gonna splurge on a foundation anytime in the next year, it might be that one. This I will probably buy. It's from Makeup Revolution. It's their Extra Hold Brow Glue. I want to see if it's a dupe for the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, which you guys know I love, because it's just got such a strong hold, and this is like $13-ish cheaper. So that's one I probably will add to my cart and buy because I use Clear Brow Gel every day, and I love that, and I still have not really found a true exact dupe for the Anastasia one. So stay tuned. e.l.f. released their Camo Powder Foundation. Totally want to try this. It's $11, which I'm going to be honest, I looked at the price tag and I was like I expected it to be like $6. So that was a little bit surprising to me. But I love a good powder foundation, especially on top of like a tinted moisturizer where you just feel like you want a little bit more coverage. Medium to full coverage, semi-matte finish to create an airbrushed, even complexion. I will tell you now, I will definitely be buying this and trying it because it is totally up my alley. And you guys know I love so much from e.l.f. So that I'm excited about. I feel like where Tarte's thing that they want to label everything is their Shape Tape, name. I feel like e.l.f. is now trying to label everything with their Camo thing because they've got their Camo Concealer, the Camo CC Cream, blah, blah, blah. So if you saw my Ulta favorites video, and I've talked about it in other ones too, the Ulta, I can't think of what it's called. Oh, Everyday Faves eyeshadow palette. I'll pop a picture on the screen. I love that thing so much. That is one of the prettiest neutral palettes. It's like $20-ish. They have another one in the line, and I did not know that, and it's called their Desert Skies eyeshadow palette, and it's warm tones. So where that other one, the Everyday Faves, I think has a couple warm tones, but it's mostly kind of a cooler palette in general. This one is much warmer. So if you've been wanting to try the formula, because I think the formula is top notch. The shimmers, the mattes, it's so blendable and pretty. So this is the warm sister to it, and I think that's really cool. So I wanted to mention it looks like the exact same packaging, but just, again, like the packaging itself looks like a warmer color. So that is really cute. That's one that I don't feel like I need to buy right now because I definitely have been wearing a lot more cool tones. But I wanted to mention it here because I know a lot of you guys don't really like cool tones, but you were interested in that palette. So there you go. Now another palette, ColourPop launched, is their Feelin' Bubbly Pressed Powder Palette. I'm gonna be honest, I have a lot of ColourPop palettes and I like them all. All of the formulas are really good. So really in the end, you're really just narrowing down to like find the one palette they launched that has shades that you will use every single one of and like it's perfect for you. And because at the end of the day, they all start looking the same. They obviously have very different ones, but that's just the reality of when you're a brand that launches a new palette every freaking 2 weeks. But this one is pretty, so I wanted to mention it because they do discontinue old ones, and then so sometimes like I might mention one that I like, but they don't make it anymore. This one definitely caught my eye. It looks similar to the ones I already have. It's really, really pretty. It's got a little bit of warmth, and I'd say more warmth than cool, but there's some coolness to it, but I just think it looks really pretty. It's definitely a Jessie style palette, and again, I don't know that I'm going to buy it because I don't need it, but it's cute. So another launch is from KVD Beauty. It's the Good Apple Lightweight Full Coverage Concealer. Let me say that again. It's lightweight, but it's full coverage. Interesting. Sometimes, and I do not know that that's going to be the case with this because I've obviously not tried it, but sometimes when something is fuller coverage but really lightweight, especially with concealer, I have found that as I'm trying to blend it in, it just doesn't end up looking good. Because I wish I could explain. That's why sometimes I like really thin foundations that are like serum foundations, but like true serums where they're really, really thin formula. I find the same thing. Like it'll maybe cover a decent amount, but if I blend it too much, it starts looking weird because it is that weird juxtaposition of lightweight but full coverage. So I would be interested. This might be something I hold back on a bit. See how people feel about it. So we shall see. Let me know. I guess I was gonna say if you've tried it, but I don't know that anyone has. I just can't stop thinking about the highlighter beads. All right. Let's dive into some Sephora stuff. So one I wanted to mention here is one that I actually do already have. I haven't tried yet though. The Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I have not tried it. They did send it to me in PR, so this is just me mentioning it as like it would be on my wish list. Actually, it was on last month's wish list, so I guess I didn't even need to mention it here. I tend to love a lot from the brand, and I am working on next month my updated best and worst of Charlotte Tilbury video, so this is one I want to definitely try for a few weeks before I do that. So Ole Henriksen just launched their Strength Trainer Peptide Boost Moisturizer. I really like the Drunk Elephant one that has peptides in it, their moisturizer, and so anytime I see that, I'm like, and I really like the color of the packaging. And I've lately like really enjoyed quite a bit from Ole Henriksen. There was a while where I really didn't, but I feel like lately I've tried quite a few things that I have. So I am definitely curious. I need to look at my like moisturizer stash and make sure like I need a moisturizer again. So I'm kind of sitting on that one, but it definitely has piqued my interest. The reviews are really good. There's 366 reviews. It's got like over 4.5 stars. It says it's a daily moisturizer powered by peptides, amino acids, ceramides, and collagen that quickly doubles hydration, boosts elasticity, improves the look of fine lines and wrinkles, reinforces skin's Moisture Bear, I mean, it literally sounds like the ideal moisturizer. So that is one I probably will eventually try. I told you, this is not a very, very anti-haul-ish. This is more heavily weighted into the wish list category. So, okay, this Fresh Floral Recovery Calming Mask. Anytime, especially when it comes to like masks, I love overnight ones because you can put them on and you don't need to like wash them off. You know, you put it on as though it's a moisturizer. And then usually in the morning it'll say rinse off. But it says it evens your skin tone and texture. And I don't always have the time to do a mask. So anytime it can be just an overnight one, I'm all in. It says it's clinically proven to calm signs of sensitivity, redness, uneven tone, rough texture, for a visibly even-toned complexion. So again, that's just kind of in my heart. I'm keeping my eye on it because I just think I'll like that. And I mean, I'm just a couple months away from my postpartum journey beginning. And so with less sleep, even less time for myself, it might be nice to have something like this to be able to use on my skin. So we shall see, but I definitely, and again, I have to say the packaging of that, I love the color. All right, we're gonna end it there. There really wasn't much from Sephora, I have to say. Their new arrivals, and who did I see just talking about this? I think Tarte was talking about how like when you go to like the new section, there's just not a lot. It used to be that on Sephora's new arrivals page, you could just scroll and scroll and it would just keep going back in time, basically in the order those were like added to the site, I think. Now they like end it. So there's like no makeup on the new arrivals page. I don't know what Sephora is doing. I find it really bizarre, but it's making my job harder. Anyway, I hope that this was fun, just chatting about makeup and just seeing what is new out there and all of that jazz. I definitely feel like, listen, we're to like the end of January, aren't we? Just about. And that means if you live where I live, I like to think once January's over, I'm like, all right, we can do it, you guys. Got to get through February, got to get through March. Like to get through winter, just like 2 more months, we can do it. We've already gotten through January. We can do it. And I always say, if you're someone like I absolutely deal with seasonal depression. I know a lot of us do. And some years are better than others. And, you know, I do use, I haven't pulled it out yet this year though, like Happy Lamp. There are 10 million brands on Amazon. So I think it makes a difference. And even if it's something that is a placebo effect, I don't know. If it makes you feel better and like, then who cares? It's not hurting anyone, you know? I like mine. So that's definitely something I would recommend. How did I get on this topic? But another thing I say a lot, but I mean it, is that the shortest day of the year up here in the Northern Hemisphere is December 21st. So after that day, each day gets incrementally longer by a couple minutes or whatever. So by the time we're at the end of January where we are, the days are getting a little bit longer already. We're already getting more daylight. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, folks, I promise. But that is all. I did not expect to talk about any of that in this video. All right, I love you guys so much. I hope that you'll subscribe. It really helps me out here when you do, when you give videos thumbs up if you enjoy them, comment, share my videos with people you think might enjoy them. If you're looking for something else to watch right now, I did recently do my drugstore dupes video for 2022. Well, for January. I do them every few months. So definitely check that out if you happen to miss it, or if you know someone that would enjoy it, please share it with them. And that is all. Thank you again, Casetify, for sponsoring a portion of this video. Again, if you want to get 15% off your Casetify order, you can go to casetify.com/Jessica Braun. I'll have that link down in the description box. And yeah, that is all. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.